The Washington Commanders are in the market for a quarterback. I feel like that's basically known at this point, or like at least everybody should know that. But after the team basically just let Sam Howell go, they basically let him go. Um, I really feel like this team is like they're going to start their rookie quarterback and he's going to hit the ground running, hopefully with the correct weapons and everything moving forward. But today we're going to cover what we think is going to happen and at least what is going to help out the Washington Commanders heading into the 2024 NFL season. In our latest mock draft, or our first mock draft here on First Amendment Media Sports, Washington Commanders. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below. Subscribe for all the latest Washington Commanders content. Now let's go and get into our very first mock draft. So you'll see here we got the mock draft simulator all set up. This is the PFF mock simulator. I feel like it's the most, I don't want to say accurate, but at least it's the most, it's the less random whenever you put up when you put the randomness down. Anyway, point is we got a 7-round mock draft. We'd prefer to do the PFF board as opposed to the public board because we're all just in a world here out making our own mock drafts. But hey, care for position of value and drafting for needs are both relatively high. And since this is our 1.0, we're going to say no trades. We're going to go ahead and stick and pick and let it fall from there. So there is a little bit of randomness because, hey, weird things happen all the time. It is the draft. But here, as you can see, the Commanders are number 2 overall. So entering the draft, honestly, the Commanders are in a really good spot. So they got 2 second-round picks. They're in the 3rd round twice. Like they're pretty much set up for a lot of success here. And with the main needs that I got for the Commanders at quarterback, tackle, D-end, corner, tight end, and free safety / nickel, I think there could be a lot of different things here that could make you go and make some noise. So first off the board, Caleb Williams. He's been kind of the placeholder here at number 1. I'm going to go Drake May because I've been saying it. I've been pounding on the table for Drake May ever since the whole 2024 mock draft simulator opened up. So Drake May here at number 2, if you ask me. I know Jaden Daniels has been a quarterback that's been up for discussion, but I think you take May, his physical tools, what he can do right away, and I think he is going to make a lot of people very upset with how good he's going to be very quickly. I don't think it's going to be quick, but I do think that it is going to be, he's going to be one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And so then you get into the 2nd round here. Zach Frazier's there. O-line. Okay, I know that they just got Bradley Bozeman, but can you imagine? Like, Zach Frazier is just a dude. I mean, first of all, he's just a stud. Like, he just makes things happen on the field, and he's like an absolute, he's going to be a mauler. He's going to be a little bit undersized, but he's got great run blocking and also a great anchor. I'm really excited about him, but he also broke his leg and played through it. I mean, he's just a stud. So I think you would be foolish not to take Zach Frazier here. And honestly, if this is how it felt, you could still, I don't know. So yeah, we're going to go Zach Frazier here. And there's still a lot of corners here that you could go ahead and go get. So we're going to go ahead and make that happen. So Zach Frazier there. And then you're back at 40. And you really want to see how this whole thing falls. So for the Commanders, I mean, you're set on the defensive interior. You don't even need to really worry about it. But quarterback is still a need. Jordan Morgan is there at tackle. I mean, I just have my questions. Like, yes, he's got a pretty good size and all that stuff, but I mean, mainly at left tackle, there did allow a couple of sacks last year for the Wildcats, but he has done himself a lot of favors in the combine and the not the Senior Bowl, the combine as of recently. So also need Chop Robinson. Like, if I could trade right now, I probably would trade and get Chop Robinson. Darius Robinson is also, he's kind of a physical freak, and I think he's going to be a lot of fun. But, I mean, who's going to be there at 60 when we go tackle? Braylon Trice is going to be there. I think if Morgan's there I think he's definitely worth a 2nd-round pick. But if I could trade down and still find a way to get both of them, I would go that route. But this is also an edge class that's like, it's not that deep too. Like, this is not the deepest edge class in the world. There's actually, the tackles are deeper, if we're being honest. So you know what? I'm going to go Darius Robinson here. Like, his size and his tools, like, he could be an absolute beast in the NFL a little bit later on down the line. And I feel like he's going to be a fantastic scheme fit there. So Darius Robinson, I think he's your guy there at 40. Like, he's just an absolute stud. Over Chop, yes, I'm not even afraid. Ooh, Nealon's there. That would have known that. Oh, well. Then Jaden Hicks. You do have to get tackle here. You do have to get a tackle. Blake Fisher is going to be there at 78. I'm calling it. Jaden Hicks, I mean, free safety and nickel, like, Jaden Hicks is a stud. Like, he's low-key an absolute stud. So I'm going to go Jaden Hicks here at 67, 78, please. Okay, thank God. Blake Fisher is there. So Mainly played his college ball there at right tackle, and that's probably where he'll stick. But, man, do we just... Because we got quarterback. Got free safety, D end. I know we need corner too. Andrew Phillips is there out of Kentucky. Like, I know Blake Fisher is a really good player, but I don't know if he's going to play at left tackle. Patrick Paul, I think, is more of a natural fit at left tackle. And I think he's hopefully going to be there at 100. If not, Christian Jones is one of my favorite draft crushes. He's played both sides. I think he would be my next target. So if this is how it fell, I would probably go with Phillips here. Just trying to make sure did I take corner? I don't remember off the top of my... No, we went Robinson and we went Frazier. Yeah. So right now I'm going to go with Phillips here because I do think with what he brings to the table, smaller school guy, but I think he's going to be somebody that you can really rely on in the future. So doubling down, we're going Phillips there at 100. We're going to see where the rest of this board falls. I would really like it. Eric All's there. Okay. That's my problem, though. Gonclaves is going to be there. Christian Jones is my guy. I know this is probably a little bit of a reach, and if I could trade down, I would. But just sticking and picking here, I love Christian Jones. I think his versatility makes him a must-have on the left and the right side. I think he's going to be a quality NFL starter one day, and I don't even think that's that much of a stretch. Ben Sinnott out of Kansas State. Yeah, we got to go. No, Theo Johnson. I'm telling you right now, Theo Johnson is a way better fit here for the Commanders. No question in my mind. Michael Barrett. He's fun. Michael Barrett's a lot of fun. So we got tackle, quarterback, tight end, D end, free safety, and all that stuff. We can really start to have some fun with this one. Sonata's there. Do we double down on tight end? Tosh Washington. Like, I know. No, we're going to chill out. Chill out, Colton. Drake Nugent there at center. Javon Foster. He only allowed 1 sack last year, and I think there's going to be a lot of things to work with there in the NFL. Austin Reed's also a lot of fun. I know you don't need you just got quarterback in the second round, but I'm going to double down. I'm going to go Ben Sinnott here. Like, tight end is low-key in need. I know that we just drafted one, but it doesn't matter. Ben Sinnott here, honestly, is going to be an absolute stud. Even though I do think that Johnson's going to catch more touchdowns because that's all he does seems to do is at least catch touchdowns. And then finally, we're back here in the 7th round. This is where things get interesting because you've got taken care of all your needs, and things have went really, really well here. And I think the Commanders, Omar Brown, Carolina State, C.J. Hansen, Coleman. I'm going to go... We really need help in all the different facets here. We really do. Donovan Jennings is a lot of fun. Trente Jones. Trente Jones is interesting, though, because he's got a little bit of versatility. He can do some different things. And, I mean, he's a national champion. Really not a lot you can take away from him. I'm gonna go Hansen here out of Holy Cross. I really feel like I know guard is gonna be one of those things that is what it is, but Hansen, he might be a fun project. Who knows at this point? But gonna see how this whole mock draft thing ended up. I actually really like how this turned out. So Drake May there at number 2. Yeah, it is what it is. I think he's gonna be an absolute stud. I think he is the most. I think he has the potential to be the most talented quarterback in this draft class. No cap. Zach Frazier, I think he is, if he doesn't start this year at guard or something, I think he is a day 1 starter in year 2 because he is coming off that broken leg and all that stuff. But listen, he's going to be a stud. He's just going to be an absolute stud there. Darius Robinson, the edge out of Mizzou. Just from an athletic standpoint, he's just so fun to watch. 9 sacks last year, and I think he's honestly just got so much more ahead of him in the NFL. He's just an absolute physical freak, and he fits really well in with this scheme and everything. Jaden Hicks, the safety coming up out of Washington State, I think he's got so much versatility, it's not even fair. I think he can play outside, inside, over the top. Doesn't matter. I think he can probably honestly play in the box too. Like he just makes plays, and you love to see it. Andrew Phillips coming up out of Kentucky, small school guy, did get kind of picked on a little bit this last year, but I think in the 3rd round, this is excellent value and a great spot to get a guy that can help you out at the corner position. Christian Jones, now I get it. I got a little bit of flack here getting a C-, but I do not care in the slightest because Christian Jones, to me, I think he can play both left and right tackle for you, and at the very least be a solid starter for you at right tackle for a very long time. Theo Johnson, then we doubled down on tight ends here. So Theo Johnson, I think might be one of the better targets in this draft, just in terms of his natural sheer size. Like he catches touchdown. That's all he does. And then you got Ben Sinnott here out of Kansas State. I really think that Sinnott and Johnson here could be a really good tight end duo here for the Commanders, and I think it would be a lot of fun. And then CJ Henson really rounding out the rest of this draft class. I think he's going to be a solid player in the NFL, or at least a really solid backup. Just somebody that you can bring in from a small school and just see what he can do. What's the worst that can happen? He doesn't pan out. He's a 7th round pick. It's not that serious. So overall, I was really excited to see how this first mock draft ended up, and I think it ended up pretty good for the Commanders. But hey, let us know what you guys think, though. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below for all the latest Washington Commanders content, and also make sure to subscribe for more of our mock drafts. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.